Member of Parliament Dr. Harsha de Silva, once again, thank you for being with us here today. And Jimmy, I believe you had something you wanted to check with the doctor.
Yes, Dr. De Silva, now being mentioned that there will be reliefs given under the SJB government, including for the public sector salaries. But given the prevailing economic conditions, would this just be a mere promise, or can this be realized?
Well, it is not just for public sector. I mean, one of the biggest complaints we had was from the working middle class. You know, folks told us, look at our marginal tax rate. I'll give you the real story. The government wanted to raise 68 billion rupees in pay tax, okay? And then we did the calculation. I was also the chairman of the Committee on Public Finance, and said, look, the way you are going, you're going to make 145 billion rupees. So therefore, you don't actually need to tax this much. You can bring down the rate.
Okay.
They said, they didn't reply my letter. I tabled it in Parliament also. And then they ended up making 145 billion rupees. And then for this year, they've increased it to 200 billion rupees, right? Now, while they did the same thing on the pay, the personal income tax, that means the ones that we voluntarily pay, they were expecting something like 110 billion and ended up around 40 billion. And for this year, they increased it to something like 80 billion, and they probably get less than 40 billion. So the issue is compliance, right? If we comply, we don't have to pay so much tax. Now, two things. One is, as citizens, we also have responsibilities, right? We get free education, health, etc. And so therefore, we have to be responsible, right? There is of course, there is a view that the money is wasted and all of that. Yes, there is money wasted. And yes, we need to fix that. We need to plug those holes. We got to fight corruption. All of that is true. Now, on the revenue side, you know, countries like ours, Nathan, about 28%, so 26% of GDP comes in as revenue to the state. That is and of revenue to the state in any country, 90% is tax.
Sure.
Unless you have, like Temasek and all, you have holding companies that own parts of, shares of previously state-owned enterprises that make profits. We get to that later. So therefore, taxes are important. Then direct taxes are better than indirect taxes. Indirect taxes are VAT and what you pay, special commodity levy, or pay TDL, we go to a restaurant, pay all that. Direct taxes are directly related to your income. You make more, you pay more.
Exactly.
Now what happened is they brought this new tax structure. Originally it was to 24% max rate. Then Gotabaya Rajapaksa brought it down to 18%, and Ranil Wickremesinghe took it up to 36%. Now, if you make more than 308,000 rupees a month, what happens is you are now in the highest marginal tax bracket. But think about it. Everybody, most people driving, listening would be corporate executives, middle managers, university lecturers, doctors, accountants. You know, so our thinking was, can we give relief to the middle section? Right? The rich can certainly pay 30 to 36% at the higher margin, right?
But what you're looking is in that bulk area.
That's right. So, and then there was this big debate within us, Sajid, all of us, because can we remove everyone up to 200,000 rupees? Right? So you don't have to pay any tax up to 200,000 rupees. So these were the things that I had to consider in coming up with which I did, which is in our blueprint. So up to 100,000, no tax, right? As it is right now. But the next slabs are from 41,667. Next one, I said, let's keep it at 1%. The people say, why do you want to keep it at 1%? I said, just let go of it. No, I said, at 1%, people feel responsible. People feel that they're contributing. They want to contribute, right? And I mean, look, if you make 140,000 rupees, according to our plan, you make 400 rupees tax you pay. What's that? You know, you go downstairs here, you can't, what can you buy for 400 bucks, right? So you don't mind contributing 400 bucks at 140,000. So 200,000 like that. So up to just under 500,000, you're not going to move beyond the highest marginal tax rate of 24%.
Yeah.
Right.
So we believe that 92% of working people, we can, not burden them beyond 24%.
Sure.
So the rest, I don't want to mention the actual amounts, but then it go to 30% and remain at 36% for the people who make millions. So
It's only fair, isn't it?
yeah, so what we've done is we are addressing the people who are basically listening to this podcast, or rather the live radio show.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much for elaborating on that, Dr. De Silva. We'll get right back to you, of course, right after this. This is Stevie Wonder.